Yeah, every day I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, y'all can improve. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go. I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I pass that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, see the town, see the sight, see the sight, see the sight, yeah.
Hoje o microfone tá funcionando, hein? Fala que não tá. Engenharia vive, pai. Fala mal do microfone agora aí. Cadê o Mihael? Agora sim, mano. Da última vez não tava funcionando não, hein? Salve o William, salve o Wilmo Paulo, salve o Pula Diamond. Aí, Jefinho, arrumei, mané. Falou que eu não manjo de eletrônica aí, ó. Tem que respeitar, mano. São 6 anos. Cabelo? Cabelo tá aí, mano. Aí. Cabelo não? É efeito da câmera. The Street tem, pô. Xbox, PC, PS4, Steam. Tudo que é buraco que você conseguir jogar aí, você consegue, mano. Deixa eu ficar online aqui na Steam. Como é que fica online na Steam aqui, velho? Hoje é segunda, né? Hoje tu pode jogar. Hoje não trava não a Steam, né? Dale, mano. Caralho, tem tempo que eu não faço live, né, velho? Abandonei vocês mesmo, né? Foda. Vou colocar a tela do jogo aí. Ó. Aí, ó. Minha empresa aí, mané. Vai. Se liga no cartão de visita do pai. Sumiu? Que isso? Aí, ó. Cadê meu jogo? Ué, tá sem som? Ah, travou, mano. Rapaz, esse jogo tá travando meu PC, mano. Ele fica travando minha câmera. Loucura, né? Vamos pausar a música aqui. Vamos pausar a música e soltar a música do jogo. Cadê? Aí. Capirotagem. Esse jogo maldito. Ah, eu bloqueei o som aqui. Foi mal, eu que travei o som do jogo. Eu acho. Liberar o som do jogo. Ô, caralho. Melhor ficar com o som da musiquinha lá, do tema lá, né? Aí, que loucura, mano. Vou liberar o som do jogo pra vocês agora, senão vocês não vão ouvir nada, só minha voz. Minha voz não é muito boa, não. Tem que ter um... Aí, ó. Vai ficar um pouquinho duplicado aí porque eu quero tirar o fone, tá ligado? Quero jogar sem fone, então o som vai ficar dando um pouquinho de eco pra vocês aí. Sem problemas? Se incomodar muito, vocês falam. Practice. Caralho, gatão, 33 meses. Deixa eu abrir aqui pra relembrar alguma coisa. A taxa de bits é menor do que a recomendada. Vamos ver quanto é que tá aqui de bits? 6 mil, filho. Você quer mais o quê? E aí, YouTube, quer travar minha live? Tá maluco? Olha, Kakashi. Minha câmera fica travando, mano. Aí, ó. Esse NVIDIA Broadcast que o Kakashi me passou aí fica travando minha câmera. Deixa eu escolher o cenário oficial da Furious aqui, velho. Cenário bonito. Gostei desse. React de COP 15? Nem se você me pagar, mano. Centro de Metro City. Essa cidade é de algum anime, não? De algum desenho, não? Que isso? Ainda tá normal, hein? Opa! Não pega, hein? Como é que pega esse combo? Caraca, tem que ser rápido, hein? Já acabou? Não vou ser feliz, não. Olha aí, temos o meu primeiro amigo, hein? Vou lembrar alguma coisa aqui, né? Como é que cancela? Ué? Parou tudo. O controle parou de funcionar. Voltou, a câmera parou também. Tá foda, né, velho? Esse NVIDIA Broadcast tá uma bosta. Aí, como é que cancela o Hollywood especial nesse jogo? O especial dele é 2 meia-lua pro chute, né? Como é que cancela? O terceiro? O que é o terceiro? Ah, taquei. Porra, 3 barras? Saquei, então saquei. Ah, mano, tá foda, hein, velho? Essa porra desconectando, hein, velho? Na moral, vocês vão ter que ficar comigo aí no cantinho aí, velho. Que se foda. Aqui, ó. Aí para de travar, mano. Meu NVIDIA Broadcast é fudido, velho. Saquei. Então é isso, como, né? Não pega o forte, não? Porra, também não pega. É com o terceirão, né? O terceirão é com o chute, né? Tá aqui. Eu tenho a leve impressão que isso aí não serve de nada, hein, velho? Isso aí não presta, não, hein? Deixa eu colocar eu ali em cima ali, que eu acho que vai ficar melhor, né? Eu ali, ó. Eu aqui. Eu aqui. Pronto. Depois eu melhoro isso aí. Meu broadcast não funciona não, velho. Ué, dá pra fazer quantas vezes essa porra? Gasta meia barra, 3 barras, isso? Pô, cara, bota o rio aí de boa. Louca! Ah, ali pega, hein? Quando tá com louca, quando tá com louca, pega o soco forte lá. Aí, ó! Quando tá com a louca, pega. Ou pega normal? Só pega com a louca. Não, pega normal também. Não pega. Eu tenho que assistir uns combos, tá ligado? Pra aprender os combos bravos lá, velho. Aí não pega nada, velho. Ah, no canto isso aqui deve ser sinistro, hein? Ah, é pro chute, né? Vou mandar um louco aqui. Pega, filho. E ó. Aí, não gostei não, vai muito rápido, velho. Dá pra fazer meia lua em Hollywood? É com X, né? Mas se eu fizer o X, eu gasto a minha barra ali, né? Não gasto não, olha. Que lindo, rapaz. Saquei, dá pra fazer assim, né? Cadê? Funciona não? Pô, achei que cancelava. Eu acho que eu tô fazendo um olho fraco ali, velho. Aí, ó. Ah! Aí é de cair o cu da bunda, hein, velho. Porra, achei que tinha pegado. Achei que tinha ido. Dá pra usar atalho, será? Eu acho que dá, hein? Acho que não, velho. Esse bicho é mais complexo que copo. maneiro. Já dá pra fazer alguma coisa. Como é que sai daqui? Trocar de estágio? Não. Quero sair, filho. Quero sair, filho. Sair, tá ligado? Só sair, só. Durações básicas, acho que é ali. Ali, ó. Falei.
Versus special match versus practice. Arcade practice versus online. Casual match.
Isso aqui é o que? É o ping? Aí, dá pra escolher, Bonatão, ó. Todo mundo e PC só. Posso te achar aqui, ó. Vou colocar todos porque a sua internet é uma bosta. Pera. Cadê? Procurar treinando. Cadê? Não tinha essa porra aqui? Não, cancelar é mole. Eu tava com dúvida nos atalhozinhos de soquinho, corridinha lá. Eu não sei o nome da corridinha não. Barra verde. Opa, a caixa. Cadê? Como é que... Não sei nessa sala aí não, Cacá. Tem que aprender aqui, calma aí. Onde é que fica as mensagens? Multimenu. Com o mouse é mais fácil, velho. Puta que pariu, eu fiz merda, hein? Vai, filho, melhor. Agora dá, ó. Eu quero ver... Não, aqui eu tô ligado aqui, ó. O mouse é mais fácil do que com arcade, velho. Caraca, cara, internet bosta, hein? Aí, ó. Teu mal é esse. O meu arcade é difícil, por causa que o meu arcade é de play, pô. E lá fica as paradas de Xbox, tá ligado? Aqui, tá ligado? É R1, L1, lá é tudo RB, LB, RT, AB, XY. Eu não decoro essas paradas não, pô. Aí com o mouse vai de boa.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but
Uma
about
parada que eu quero aprender é desligar esse narrador aí,
This is
velho.
a must-win fight.
Eu sou quem?
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Good parry there, and now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Anticipated that counter and blocks. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Good heads-up decision opting for the dragon attack. Player fires off a Shinku Hadouken. From upstairs, what'll happen here? Zones with the props of hard. Blocks it. You've gotta be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Can this drive bring them back? Solid anti-air. Okay, here we go. Connects with the throw. Player 1 can't let drive get back misses. Player 1 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it. There's a burnout. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. Get out of nowhere. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match.
De zero não, mané. Depois eu te mando o pix aí pra deixar eu ganhar.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Zones with the fireball. Raise on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Stays off the cross-up. No good up high. Drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 2 with the life lead. Got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. This is a huge chance to make it feel it. With the life gap opening up, saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the
Salve,
throw.
caverna! Boa noite,
Player
mano.
2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Dashes forward. Decides to meet them in the air. Holds out with the block. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Medium kick hits. Dashes. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Jump barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. They just won't stop switching sides. Hope for the crown them from above. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Scrapping it out up close. Blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
I want
now. Big Dog tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it swarming.
Era o outro, eu fiz tudo só, cara, com chute, mané. Acostumado com o outro ainda.
Survived that tense mirror match.
Tinha tomado um combo lindamente, pai. Esqueci que o especial dele pra
They're
cancelar
still
é
hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Okay, they trade hits. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireball. Overdrive. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Backs away. Not about that BFF lifeline. Player 1 in there.
Pegou ainda.
Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
O Juliano joga na Steam não, mano. Você achou alguém errado aí.
Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? Jump.
Você achou alguém puniu com o Juliano.
There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Quick breather. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Goes for the jump-in. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What'll happen here? Player 1 will look to a cross-up attack. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? Cross-up is denied. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Shizu Hadouken! That's not gonna hit. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Conjures up the plasma! This is gonna hurt. Who's gonna take it? The drive gauge is kicked out
Ah,
of
não fiz
nowhere.
isso não, mano.
Player two
Olhei a barrinha
is
laranja lá, velho.
truly the best of the best.
Ô, mano, tô te falando que meu lag não joga na Steam, mano.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Shows the overhead. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Blows them. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Turns the drive gauge. Caught in the crossfire. Strings it all together.
Não fiz isso não, perdi a Duvida.
Hits. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone fires off the Shizu Hadouken. Barry finishes with the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Side switch in the corner. Steals back a chance. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Breaks the block with a throw. Anti-air in the clutch. No! Critical.
Ah, quem fez isso, mané? Na moral.
Beats them air-to-air. And experiencing burnout. Ooh, what a smart blow. What's this Shizu Hado gonna do? What were they thinking? Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is in a
Ah, não tem como agarrar essa porra, não.
Bad news is on the way. Protect the throw. We're going into the final
Eles não
round.
jogam lá não, mano. Lá só joga no PS4, tá ligado? Os caras.
Final round. Fight.
Jump! Curls him from above.
O tempo da Steam é muito ruim do Xbox
Which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Player 2 can build. Ooh, does him dirty. What's next? Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Tons of space between the fighters now. This
Ah,
is
isso foi
gonna
muito ruim,
hurt.
velho.
They push their way out of the. All the throw connects. Jump! Cross up attack.
O anti-aéreo não funciona nas costas, não. Tem que dar rolho tá ligado?
Finishes it.
Se o cara pular nas costas ali, tem que dar o... Eu tento dar o gancho, não sai, velho. Eu tento dar o gancho ali nas costas, não sai, tá ligado?
They're still
Tem que dar o
hungry.
rolho contrário.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Grabs and throws them away. Medium kick hits. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Big low reaching heavy. The low heavy hit. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Jumps? Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. Player 1 experiencing in there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jumps in. Overdrive fireballs reach and jump-ins at this range. Jump. Barely blocks the jump-in. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Gets them with the anti-air. Are we going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Are we going to see a comeback here? What a lead with that anti-air! Last round, people. Both fighters...
E aí, mano, Azura, eu aposentei de tudo, velho. Tô jogando hoje, não sei nem porquê.
Decides not overhead, but it won't work. Manages to block the jump-in attack. A parry? Shakes things up with a fireball. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump-in out of here. A jump-in? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Cross-up attack.
Olha meu gancho, velho.
Nailed it. Reads the jump-in perfectly. The jump-in charges up the plasma. Excellent read. Links it. Turns out. Will this do anything? The super's blocked. Then what's this Jinx Auto gonna do?
Essa porra não tem como defesa, não?
Believe it. Player 1 can't use any drop-in on the jump-in. Answers with a fireball. Oh my god, lost super. Dumps him. Player 1 straight
yo,
up
wait.
outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws them. Cash. Knocked them out of the air. Goes with the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Cross a block. Track that jump nicely. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Fantastic reactions there. They're on the lookout for jumping. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Very burnout activates. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive game.
Aqui não tem como dar aquele dashzinho nas costas. Ai, cara, essa porra não tem defesa, não.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Jumps up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 2 drops them from the air. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Blocks it. Links it. All the road connects. Okay, here we go. Knocked them out of the air.
Ah!
This is gonna kill.
Tentei dar o gancho, tentei dar o chute embaixo.
Outline zone.
Achei que ia tirar.
Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best.
Eu ia fazer, eu tentei dar o gancho hoje no especial.
Let's believe it's
Tem
time.
3 barras.
Jump. Shoots off a fireball up close. Parries to cancel the fire. It's not easy to parry projectiles in the heat of a match, but it's definitely effective. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge?
O gancho não funciona nas costas dele, vai
Player
dizer.
2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Burnout is triggered. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now. KO!
Eu esqueço que não dá pra cancelar as paradas no Hollywood especial, sabe?
What else can they get away with?
Salve, dinastia.
Drops up. Are we going to see some fireworks? Jump on super art.
Cagou, mano, nem fez isso.
Decides to puff up while they can. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. A quick breather. All the throw connects. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Still slugging it out at this range. The next touch may decide this round. What's this Piku Hado gonna do? Drops them from the air. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Medium kick. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. This is the ideal.
Deu Hulk Hook, filho. Nem essa porra de ser Hadouken, não.
Nailed it. Here comes the corner pressure. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a cycle. Getting up close and personal. Ooh, what a stunt blow. Player 1 needs to take advantage of the gauge disparity. A jump, solid anti-air. This is gonna hurt. Both oh my God, Rock Super. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Are you kidding me? Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Medium kick into drop jump. They exchange blows. Okay, they trade hits. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game moves. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 chases them down. From up above. So they bring forward to pressure the opponent. Pumps with a medium kick. Takes a trip. Both fighters are thick. They can't squander this punish counter. KO! Player 1 on
Vou
the
ter que
board.
ver, mano. Não sei nada, não.
They'll
Seu
keep
básico.
the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets a risky butt in. Going on the offensive? Did well to get the butt in. Dashes up. This quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Charges forward. From upstairs. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Gotta do better than that. This is leading to big damage. Blocks it. Goes for the fuck.
Ah, passou no vento.
Are we gonna see a comeback here? Just go for it. Full banks it on the fireball. Player 1 is the last fighter standing. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Jumps up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Alright. Forward throw. Not letting them out of the corner. Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They are not afraid to let the overdrive arc fly, even when their drive gate isn't topped off. Experiencing burnout. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Shows the medium kick.
Caralho, pegou o bagulho ainda,
Player
velho.
1 can't fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
Eu fiz outro, hein? Na moral.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets a risky butt in. Who's going to start things off? Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side.
Olha o Feira!
How will they manage their perfect execution with the anti-air? Jump, barely blocks, connects with the throw. What's the Chico Hado gonna do? That's not gonna hit. Player 1 knocked him out of the air. Who's gonna take it? What are they gonna do? Both fighters have completely exhausted their drive. Nice fireball. There's a drive impact.
Oh, meu Deus do céu!
Will this Super X do anything? What were they thinking? Player 2, there's a burnout.
Caralho, meu macarrão não saiu, velho! Como assim, mano?
Showed they are truly the best of the best.
Tá pra membro, Cílio. 1,99, mano. Ah, caralho, voltei pra sala sem querer lá. Cadê o Bonatão? Fiz de tudo pra perder ali, mano. Dá 1,99 pra membro, mano. Todos os vídeos estão lá.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
This is who the good fight. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Great block on that ambiguous cross side. Some fine spacing and timing. Checks with the projectile. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage?
Caralho, pegou longe esse.
From up above. Block the ambiguous cross with a super up connect. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat? KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2.
They exchange blows.
Tem que aprender esse company aí,
Side
velho.
switch in the corner. The jump in is denied. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Time to sit on the lead.
Caralho, pegou, hein?
Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Dashes. And they create an opportunity to lead to some big damage. There's a burnout. Player 2 has depleted the clutch plus anti-air. What are they gonna do? What now? Oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Tá me olhando não, velho?
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Going in. Throws them. Blocks up. Still slugging it out at this drop some hard. Anti-air in the clutch. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. This is gonna hurt. They've got about half life left. There's a burnout. What now? Plant reads the jump in perfectly. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Jumps. Somehow manages to block. Oh, yo! Block super here. A real test of nerves here.
Ah, mano.
Both absolutely refute throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Are you kidding me?
Porra, mano, na moral, velho. Não cancela o Hadouken do especial, velho.
Intense mirror match.
Isso quebrou, velho. Esse bagulho dos três ali quebrou, velho.
It's not over yet.
Eu erro toda hora, eu faço o especial, mas faço com o soco.
Jump barely blocks the jump in. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if your opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game moves. Still slugging it out. Knockdown. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Finding it tricky to manage their drive. Alright, what's coming up next? Gets the jump in. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Sticks the jump in. Ah, burnout activates. Player 1 has completed their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. They need to rely on their instincts here. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the KO?
Caralho, do meu agarrão, velho!
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Grabs and throws them away. Had the radar up and running.
Caralho!
Still slugging it out at this range. Dashes. From upstairs. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Superb reactions on display. Pokes with a medium kick. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Jump drops them. Jumps up. Life lead is the anti-air in the front. Okay, here we go. Pokes with a kick. No,
Ah, tava no alto, mano. Essa porra pega no chão.
kill. No doubt about it.
Ah, que isso? Tava no alto. Especial no chão.
Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Backdash nada, na hora que eu aprender a cancelar o especial, vocês estão mortos.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Zones with the fireball. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Starting to sweat a bit. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Knockdown. Got their eye on the air. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They take some time to back off and regroup. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jump? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll
Ele
be
dá
the
jungle ali,
circle?
bateu de novo, né?
They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jumps in. Not much life difference.
Que isso?
Still scrapping for control.
Ah, agarrei.
Target.
Tô no alto aí, doido.
Two with the rhythm owning that space.
Foi de novo, especial.
Jump. Here comes the corner. What's this Shinjuhano gonna do? Excellent read. The flashes the blue flatlines in. This is
Eu apanhei no pé e morri?
to see some
Como
fire.
é que é isso aí, filho?
Who will come out on top in this final round? Reads the jump in perfectly. Connects with medium kick. Both range projectile. Shows the medium kick. They're in range. What is this Shinjuhano gonna do?
Ei, caralho.
Both sides getting ready. What will they do next? A jump in? Drops him hard. Jumps. Here comes the corner pressure. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. This unleashes some big damage. Saw it all. Close range projectile. Throws him. What now? Noticeable life. Oh, it's the game.
Que lindo, amigo.
Player 1 shows they are truly the best
Salve,
of the
feijão.
best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Presses for a reaction with a fireball.
Ah,
Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Lots of aggression from both sides. What are they thinking here?
dois.
Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's
Aí
air game
pegou,
and
hein?
make it much harder to jump in. Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 chases him down. Checks him with a super up connect. Right lead opens up. What a finish.
Que lindo, amigão, indo homem.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. They trade. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dig. Burnout activates. Dashes.
Caralho, que não sobe no Hollywood X nem pela porra, meu irmão.
People, both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Big blow. Medium kick. Reads the jump in perfectly. Danger says, get that jump in out of here. Presses for a reaction with the fire. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Overhead. Medium kick into. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Looking for a hole. Keeps him out. Player 1 is burned out. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Nice fireball. They're just gonna go for it with the super.
Agora eu sei que pega no alto,
The
filho.
super hit is gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed.
Ah, o tesouro.
Player 1 survived that tense mirror match.
E aí, moleque, beleza?
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Drops him hard. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. The corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 1 chases him down. Sticks the combo. Taking stock. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner.
Suave, negão.
Player 2
Filhão, um dia pra jogar
something always important first
splitzinho
round.
aqui, velho.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Trabalhando muito.
That's a counter.
Porra de
Who's
defesa
going
não,
to
velho.
start things off? Shizu Hadouken. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge juice. Throws a fireball. Jump. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. What anti-air? They were not
Ah, velho, ali é com fraco quando tá longe.
Player 2 is the last
Salve,
fighter.
Denis. Bem-vindo, mano. Cadê o Bonato? Meu Bonato sumiu, velho.
Are we gonna witness a blow up here?
Aí, porra.
Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Nice.
Que lindo, amigo.
Through and takes the round. Player 1 picks up the first
aprendendo.
round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireman. Caught their eye on the air. Danger says, get that jumper out of here.
Os anjos, doido.
Off the Shizu Hadouken. Going to drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 needs to use the predator corner. Knockdown and there's the wall spot. They can't do anything there.
Era
Oh,
pra agarrar, velho.
last round, people. Both
Vem aquele
fighters gotta
bagulho
go
no canto
all
ali,
in.
começa a roçar o botão de agarrão, velho. Dá pra enxergar aqui, ela muda de cor, velho.
Gets the jump in.
Empurra Hadouken, filho!
No way. No sign of running up from out the corner. All in with the rush. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Oh, they switch sides. Jump meets them air to air.
Aí, ó. Ah, agarrei com o médio. Deu mole.
Bad news is on the way. Throws them. Amazing. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Are they going to be able to come back and stack victory from the jaws of willing to risk it for the overdrive? The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round.
Olha aí, Kakashi, tá achando que só você que sabe tryhardar, doido? Pressão cachorro louco, amigão.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. Not having the cross-up. Track that jump nicely. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this round.
Caralho, não sobe no X, velho.
Knockdown. Goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game feats. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Was looking for that jump attack. Player 1 chases him down. Takes a trip in a dire situation. Goes for the super up. Blocks it. Burnout activates. Okay.
Obrigado.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are
Nossa,
they
isso
going
vai
to use
sangue.
connect with medium kick? Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner kick. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a
Ah,
side.
vocês.
Jumps in. Drive boosted Hadouken. KO.
Você e o agarrão ali não saiu.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
The last round. It's now or never. Drops them.
Ele não pode esse jogo.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Drops them hard. What's next? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Sticks out a kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 is in a very meets them air to air. In a Shogeki. This could be make or break. Down on life. They gotta make a move. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger.
Deixa aí, barrinha verde.
Fire. Knocks them out of the air. This is gonna hurt. A real test of nerve.
Caralho, eu ia matar, mano. Por que não pegou meu soco baixo de olho?
Comes away with the win.
Quer morrer, Kakashi? Era embaixo o olho especial.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Open with the fire. Goes to the air. Medium kick hit. Jump. Blocks the jump in. Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Decides to buff up while they can. Taking stock. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Throws them. What's next? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive move. 3-2 Hadouken. Going in. Player 1 might have just
Caralho, morri.
rounded to hide in there.
Porra, dava mais um ali, velho.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Dashes forward. Are we going to see some fireworks here? The jump in is denied. Decides to buff up while they can. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Shows the medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jump. Side switch in the corner.
Ah, nem pegou! Que isso?
He hits the drive. Unfazed by the call, the throw connects. A parry. Jumps up. There's an overdrive short. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A jump. Overhead attack. Who's gonna take it?
Que lindo, amigo, na moral!
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Who will come out and pump some hard? Medium kick hits. Plus anti-air. Reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Plenty of help. Distantly does some big damage. All in with a rush. Oh, they switch sides. Knocks them out of the air. Player one can't let cross-up attack. What's next? Ooh, you never know. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Okay, here we go. Critical art now. Turns out. Here comes the boom.
Ainda vou acertar esse combo ainda.
Brains of the competitor is on wheel.
E aí, Elton, beleza, mano?
Player two comes away with the win.
Vou botar esse combo em você ainda. Entendi hoje.
It's time for that run back. Jumps in.
Ah, pronto.
Checks with a medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by dragging them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be.
Vai lá, doido! Ih, doidou!
Okay, creating some space here. Jumps in. Jumps up. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead opens up. Why is the moment
Caralho, no meio do gol.
Each hit is so important here. Connect. Burnout activates. Okay. Oh. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Jump. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Decides to puff up while they can.
Esse louco podia ser mais rápido.
Has the life advantage. What'll happen here? Dashes. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Knockdown and barely blocks the jump in. Jumps in. This can lead to some big damage. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Fuses their drive gauge. Oh, the drive
Caralho, essa porra aí.
This is gonna kill.
O bagulho ficou derrubado, né, velho?
Lifeline zone.
Esse bagulho no canto deu pro caralho, mano.
Player two showed they are truly the best of the best.
Dá tempo não, quando eu penso em apertar o botão já foi.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Decides to puff up while they can. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Throws them to negate the block. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. With the KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Steps back to start things off. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Nails the anti-air. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air to air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start the cross-up attack. A jump drops them from the air. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Drops them hard. Adds a bit of fight. Jumps. Overhead, but it won't work. Amazing. Just go for it. Projectile hit.
Esse louco é muito lento, velho.
Positioning on show during that round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open with the fireball. Bumps up. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Closes in. One plus anti-air. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Nothing stops this train. Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Take it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Are we gonna see a come sets up with the jump in? Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What's next? This can lead to some big damage. Gets it the perfect fireball. They are done.
Mano, dá raiva que toda hora eu faço um especial. Eu faço com os outros e é pro chute bom, tá ligado?
Bora pro not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jumps in. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. That was tricky. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. They're on the lookout for jump ins. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Tons of drive and help to work with. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Cross a block. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 2 can't let their drive game come out. Add a little super juice into this combo for more. Player 1 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. Got their eye on the air. Good job blocking the jump in. Fires off the Shinsu Hadouken. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 2 has the life advantage. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Manages to block the jump in attack. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Big opportunity coming. Going in. Jumps up. Big throw. Knockdown and jumps in. Grabs and throws them away. Drops them. Player 1 is barely reading the jump in perfectly. Can they create an opportunity for a whip? They're wide open. There's a burnout.
Ah, caralho! Esse é o duplo, animal!
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Runs down the opponent to impose their will. Here comes a big knockdown out of the air. Player 1 has a slight life. In a Shogeki. This could be make or break. But this is gonna hurt. Gets the side switch. Charges up the plasma. Oh, here we go. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 is in a very good spot. They are done.
Ah, meu especial, não vai.
Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Start clutch plus anti-air. Gets them him with the anti-air. Jump.
Aí, meu gancho não funciona, né? Ele funciona.
Fix the combo. Decent damage. What's next? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Had the radar up and running. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Dash goes for the super run. KO.
Bati mesmo, mereci.
Player 2 picks up the first round.
Achei que ele ia levantar batendo.
Psychological advantage.
Vou pegar no counter.
Gets a risky button. Player 2 spends a chunk of their SA meter and enters the round with a deficit. They've got to be extra careful. Superb reaction to this play. Good judgment there. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Drive gauge got him. Drive gauge is almost empty. They got to be careful. Player 2 can't use it. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 has anti-air. Zones with the fireball. Player 2 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. Both absolutely read the jumping. The jumping is rejected.
Não, eu passo pro soco, mano. Toda hora, não adianta.
Expect to see some fireworks. They are letting it fly, but the dick drops them from the air. Bumps up. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 has the right lead. Sets up with the jumping. What's this Chihuahua gonna do? All drive rush. Player 1, this can lead to some big damage. All in with the rush. Keeps them out. Drops him hard. Noticeable life lead is a comeback shot.
Bateu, eu vi. Morreu.
This is going to hit for a critical arc. You gotta imagine that.
Ah, qual é, jogo?
But also their nerves. They're just gonna go for it with the they are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that
Tava no
round.
shake. Jurava que tinha morrido ali,
They're
velho.
still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound. Overhead. Jumps in.
Vem cá, Kaká, deixa eu bater, vai.
Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Starts off zoning with fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Had the radar up and running. Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy.
Ah, achei que ia matar nas costas, né? Botei pra frente, apanhei.
Takes a trip. Player 2 will have to from in there.
Vem, pega, velho.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Barely blocks the jumping. The attack is parried. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Checks him with a projectile. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 needs to use the predator corner beam. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. What'll happen here? Blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Both sides getting ready. They're going for the counter.
Olha lá, o bagulho nem pega, mané.
Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Parei de usar boné, pô. Doei.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Projectile to try and change the situation. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Decides to buff up while they can. Taking stock. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Heading into the end game now. It's getting to blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Alright, hold your breath. Burnout activate.
Ele bate dele é mais forte, né?
Player 1 can't afford to sit Shinku Hadouken. Each hit is so important. Goes for the Shin Hashogen. A super art? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Not close to the
Eu sabia que ele ia tentar ganhar também.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
O Anel tem uns 20, né, velho?
Creates space to start. Gets them with the anti-air. Jumps up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Still slugging his Shinku Hadouken. Player perfect execution of the
Caralho, o boneco
anti-air.
não subiu, velho.
Shows the medium kick. Drives it back, misses. Player drops him hard.
Porra, esse boneco serve pra quê?
Knocks him out of the air.
Cara, acabou.
Both sides getting ready. Oh, this is the final.
Essa bosta desse burnout aí, ó.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Sets up with the jump in. Reads the jump in perfectly.
Ô, louco, olha a distância disso aí, velho.
At this range. Unfazed by the switch and block. Blocks it well. Not wasting any time.
Senão de olho.
Leads them air to air. A jump in. Drops them hard.
Então, olha o bicho tava aquela doideira, né?
Yep. Goes to the air. Getting up close and personal. Escapes the corner.
Que isso, bati 3 vezes e me fudi. Que isso, ali não vale não, velho. Deu um soco em cima, um chute embaixo, corridinha, um soco reto. E ainda tava apanhando ainda. É doido.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Goes for the jump-in. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
Esqueci que eu tô nesse bagulho de burnout aqui.
Neither of them willing to back off here.
Aí também não, né? Toda hora não, Kakashi.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reaction to the fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Dashes forward. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. With the impact. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Jumps. Big throws. Both fighters planning something? Their life finds the target. Big opportunity now in this corner. There's a chance. Burnout activates.
Ah, de novo com o especial pro soco.
Getting ready.
Tomou. Ih! Ah, cadê o sangue? Ah, tá de sacanagem comigo.
What am I gonna do? Shift them for the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Comes while they're blinking. Barely blocks the jump in. Flush anti-air. Hashogeki. And now charges up the plasma. Excellent read. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jump solid anti-air. Okay, here we go. Can they use low heavies? Taking jumps out of each other. Huge dance after that wall flash. Commands the meter. What's this Shinku Hado gonna do? Both sides getting ready. Player 2 can't let him. Oh, yo! Rock super here. I called it.
Agarrei.
I can't believe it. Oh,
Meu Deus do céu.
That comeback was
pai esse patifaria que caiu aí.
Has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Shakes things up with a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Checks with a medium. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting rejects the air attack. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game
Caralho, agarrou pelo braço ali.
throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Side switch in the corner. Gets out of the corner. That combo knocks them out of the air.
Pegou a combo que eu vi.
Is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Sits them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
Eu vi você apertando soquinho pra dar soquinho.
Player 1 comes away with the win.
Apertou antecipado, morreu mesmo.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. No good on high. Definitely shuts out the jumper. The jump-in is denied. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 needs to so their drive on super hard. That's not gonna hit. Player 1 KO.
Quer agarrar? Então toma aí, ó.
Takes the round like a thief in the night.
Essa platina aí é de diadema, essa platina.
Checking their reaction to the fireball. Who's going to start things off? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Tries them open with a Shoryuken. Barely blocked. Smart play to stop the opponent. Player 2 can't use any drive, brushes that off and keeps going.
Bora aí, bora! Vai, faz aí!
The big flex. The broken jaw. Big Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up.
Player 1 needs them in the air. Broken, what's this Shikuhara gonna do? Oh, into that.
Faz aí!
Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jump. Checks him with the projectile. From up above. Open up
Quebra,
chances
velho. O
to
5
gain
tirava, tá
damage,
ligado?
baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead opens up. What a
Shoryuken!
great meet in the life gauge there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Medium kick hit. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Oh, they're in the corner now.
Acabou a barrinha verde.
Smart play with the throw. They just won't stop switching sides.
Ah, que isso no médio?
Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the fruit?
Aí eu podei, aí eu bolei.
Player 1 can't use any drive
especial, só não saiu.
This is the final
Mas
round.
eu fiz.
Expect to see some fireworks. Open with a jump in.
Caralho, quanto está
Looks
isso?
like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player one needs the solid anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Who will force clutch? Clutch anti-air. Oh, here we go.
Ah, não pulei não.
Player two with the rhythm owning them. Drops them from the air.
Que isso? No contragolpe? Ai, finalmente, mané.
Slices the caster and kept it.
Que lindo. Tô cheio de barrinha verde, vou pra cima.
Player one.
Ah, esquivei, eu fiz o verde. Ah, eu fiz o verde. Ah, não saiu, velho.
No doubt about it. Are you kidding
Eu
me?
fiz a barrinha verde, velho. Sabia que você ia fazer essa doideira aí, eu dei o baixo chute a verdinho.
Has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that
Eu
absolute
fiz, velho, eu fiz, velho, eu fiz, velho.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Opens with the fireball. Jumps. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Did well to get the buff in there. Gets the jump in. Solid combo. Might be the
Caralho, na subiu na loucura.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round.
Ué, porque eu raspei a cabeça, hein.
Gets a risky buff in. Gets
Caralho, você agarrou aí não, velho.
The jump in catches them. Scrapping it out up close. Superb reactions on display. Good judgment there. Come up experiencing burnout.
Fodeu, eu tô nesse bagulho cinza aqui, esse bagulho cinza aqui é uma merda.
Dangerous bout of burnout for a while. This is gonna hurt.
Tem um X.
What anti-air? Reads the jump in perfectly. Looking for
Fez, pegou tudo.
Yo, what super hit? Player
Ah, eu segurei, achei que ia bater ainda, velho.
PhD and fighters can do for you.
Não, não precisa. Ah, essa barrinha minha ficou mais tempo do que o normal ali, hein.
Player 2 comes away with the win.
Ó, não, pô. Streetzinho hoje.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Anti-air drops him. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. They're on the lookout for jump-in. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage.
Ah, eu foto esse
Pushes the
mesmo.
opponent into the corner. Keeping them
Caralho,
in the corner
boa.
will only produce more damage opportunity. Sticks the combo.
Pô, agora jogou muito, hein?
They
Agora
were stuck in the corner.
o bagulho ali fica
picks up the
safe,
first
fica
round.
positivão ali.
That'll
Não
give
tem
them
como
a
fazer nada não.
psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Shows the medium kick. Checks them with the projectile. Knockdown and... This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Jumps up. Going in. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball kick. Good distance for a shot. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockout and fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Time to reassess the situation. This is the final
Salve,
round.
Pedro Henrique.
Expect to see some fireworks. Oh, it looks like their weight distance leads to some big damage. Excellent block. Drops them. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 took that mount.
Calma aí, Aí!
No need to bring out the big guns yet.
Shoryuken!
Player 2 has the super in.
Ué, cadê o Ryu? O que não saiu? Explodiu.
What now? Player 2 is on track, crowns him from above. Okay, turns out. Nice fireball. Taking chunks out of each other here.
Eu ia, tá?
Player 1
Eu também. Sumi, mano. Sumi. Tava trabalhando, estudando.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Solid anti-air.
Caralho, esse soquinho é o caralho,
Gets a
velho.
risky puff in. Player 2 has the life advantage. He's got a small life lead, but it's not over. Gets the crossing.
Aí moeu, hein?
Sticks the combo. Knockdown. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Rejects the air attack. Player 2
Tem que achar
on
golpe
the board
bom do
first
Ryu
with the
no alto.
win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A brave forward jump there to start. Duck out to try and change the situation.
Fraco, não pegou?
Dashes. Blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. There's
Ai, caralho, que rolho fudido, hein?
grabbing for control of the stage. Gets the combo. Takes in the throw. Player 2 proves to be the victor in that mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Nails the anti-air. Caught in the crosser. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Great block on that ambiguous crosser. Trips them up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Strings it all together. Does a good job of pushing back. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Their spacing is so on point right now.
Ah, o Ryu tá lá, boneco, porra!
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jumping. The next round
Tô
begins.
jogando.
What's gonna happen now? Checks with a medium. Holds out with the block. Decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Zones with the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Shut that down with a parry. Uses the parry to deal with that projectile. Blocks across a good read. What'll happen here? They return to center stage. Checks with a medium. Still slugging it out at the ring. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Both forward rush. Hits the drive. No way. No signs of letting up from out the corner. Big drive gap now. Drive rush. Almost no drive gauge left. This round looks like it's over. Okay, here we go. They couldn't tech the throw.
Rapaz, não sei te dizer não, hoje é o primeiro dia que eu tô jogando contra, velho. Primeira vez que eu almoçava na minha vida foi hoje.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Did well to get the buff in there. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation.
Corta tudo pra seguir no olho, velho.
Space here. Can they clip each other on the misses the drive impact. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Got their eye on the air. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up.
Atenção, velho.
Dashes up. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. Just goes for it at this range.
Mata o boneco.
Player 1 picks up the always important
Soco
first
médio
round.
no alto,
They'll
não, velho. Eu
want
acho
to
que
keep the ball
foi com
rolling.
médio. Igual o 5, dá os doisinhos lá e. Vai tomar de segundo.
Shows the medium kick. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Jumps up. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Grabs him. Both fighters planning something. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Blocks it. Drive boosted hello. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Anti-air drop a super hard. The big flex. The broken jaw.
Vou ficar naquele bagulho lá, né? Aí enche minha barra pra caralho, ó.
Are we gonna see a comeback here? Back, there's a wall spot.
Eu fiz o meu também, porque eu pegou dele.
Player 2 with the charging up the plasma. Amazing. Player 2 is on track to steal this back after that super. What a finish.
Eu dei dois pra frente, o médio, o bagulho salvou em um.
To grind out the win. Medium kick into. Jump, clutch, block, anti-air. Close range projectile. Solid anti-air. Drops them. Good judgment there. Both fighters have a full drive gauge on tap. Toss up. It connects with the throw. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Jump. Forward run. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 needs to use a knock them out of the air. Oh man, this is a scary range. Ugh. And finishing his time.
Ah, tira meu Tatsuax!
Damage calculation. No doubt about it.
Meu, tirou o Tatsuax, velho. Caralho. Falei, vai defender ali, vai arrancar alguma coisinha, vai ficar na alma.
Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Close range anti-air in the cut. Gets a risky buck in. Dashes forward. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Trips him up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Holds out with the block. Takes a trip. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around in their favor. Bends the gauge on the drive rush. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Medium kick.
Rapaz, parece que meu controle ele trava no street, velho. Sei lá, velho. Como ficar lento.
Thumbs up. Are we going to see some fireworks? Jumps in. Medium kick hit. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend. Might go for a side switch. Breaks their guard with the throw. Here comes the mix-up. Quick breather. Shinku Hadouken gets the combo. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Oh, man, good flatlines up. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Open with the fireball. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Breaks the block with a throw. Blocks it. Overhead attack. Meets them in air. What now? Oh, ooh, what a smart blow. the hesitation and get some good damage in return. Jump! Flips it! Player 1 drops them. Player, oh yo! Rock super hit!
Eu segurei ainda.
Rock super hard incoming.
Ah, o dele pega e arranca sangue, o meu não, né?
Player 2 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. This can lead to some big damage. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets a crucial back throw in. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if he digs in
Pô, esse burnout aqui não deixa eu fazer nada, né,
Neither
velho?
of them willing to back off. Player 2 prepares
Ah,
the
aperta os
ball.
botões aqui não funciona, né, velho? Quando tá
What'll
assim.
happen here? Fires on the Shinku Hadouken. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap. They're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. Coming from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with
E
a
aí,
good
Luan?
start to the
Tem meu
fight, but
chutinho,
can they keep
filho
it
de
up?
carrão.
Gets a risky buff in. Who's going to start things off?
Pô, me deu fome.
Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? A super art? The super doesn't hit. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive effect. Plus anti-air. Both crowns will come above. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? This can lead to some big damage. Knockdown. Here comes the mixer. Flatline
Que
zone.
lindo!
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open with a fireball. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 with a slight lead. Burnout activates. Ooh, does him dirty. Okay, here we go. Jump, plus anti-air. Getting up close and personal drops him hard. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 has a full drive gauge, breaks through with the throw. Player 1 comes away with the win.
Tô vivo, mano.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Solid anti-air. Shows the medium kick.
Caralho, mano.
Did well to get the buff in there. Overdrive. Uses a drive parry against the attack. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Jumps in, finishes it with the
Eu
anti-air.
esqueço que aqui não tem pulo.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates
Caralho,
the good
dois
from the
golpes
great
X, a barra
is
verde, dá pra
smart
caralho.
gauge management. Drops him hard. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jump. Are we gonna see a comeback?
Só fica saindo essa bosta aí, velho. Eu não tô dando shoryuken, eu tô dando especial, velho.
Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory there.
Tô dando porra do especial, tá saindo esse
Right
caralho
back
desse
into the
roleplay.
rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Decides to puff up while they can. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Raise on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Deal some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Will this decision pay off for them? Just out of range for that throw. The jump in is denied. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2.
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Block the ambiguous crossover. That was tricky. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Looking for that jump attack. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation bears an overdrive shorty. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Tries them open with a shoryuken. They're going for the super.
Ah, o dele sempre pega no alto, o meu nunca pega.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move.
Já vem pra comer alguma coisa, mano. Tô com fome. Deu 20?
Player 2
Eu vou dormir.
gained
Cadê?
a
Vou comer, vou
hard-fought
dormir.
victory there.
Fechou. Valeu, galera. Valeu, Kakashi. Tamo junto, mano. É isso aí. Deu pra brincar aí. Tem que ver essa parada da câmera aqui que fica desconectando toda hora aí, ó. Era pra ficar assim, né? Mas fica toda hora dando essa bosta aí. Demorou? Tamo junto. Valeu.